Today is Wednesday, February 26, 2020. And check this out. I know how to win the lottery. It is easy as A, B, C, D, X, Y, and XY together. It is as simple as that if you had a formula of that nature. Now, every time I do this project on paper, because I test, I like to draw logical plays. For example, I want to first draw out a trap to try to trap me some numbers. And after I draw me out a trap, I test it on past winning numbers and new up-to-date winning numbers. And when I win, like, let's say 5-10 times in a row, I say I got a good idea, so let's take it off the paper and apply it in real life. But every time I do that, guess what? They're always changing the machine or the ball set, so that lets me know that they're viewing the numbers before they play, so they can have the power to change the ball set or the machine, so they can have a different outcome of what it naturally would have been if they did not tamper with the machine at all or change the machine. So that's to keep smart genius men like me who can look at the number frequency and come up with beautiful traps. I can come up with about 10 of them, but only 4 out of the 10 hit hard. So there's really no reason to buy all 10. But I got about a good 10. Maybe you can get more than 10. And it's unfair to have all this knowledge and wisdom and talent to be able to be a success here in the USA and live the American dream, but can't even. And this is the very important reason why I want to win at this point in my life. It's because I was talking to the extraterrestrial Homosapien superior empire that is known as the kingdom of the God of Adam, the God of Enoch, the God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, who is Israel, the God of Moses, the God of Elijah the prophet, the God of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the God of Daniel, and the God of me. And so they told me, we were having a good, deep, heated conversation through telepathy, and it's like, I want y'all. I don't want to die. Can y'all please teleport me again so we can have a conversation? I can show you that I'm worthy of being the next the AD guy that y'all choose not to go to the graveyard. So they talked to me and had mercy on me and gave me the keys or the knowledge or wisdom for eternal life. They told me that their 5 plus 5 is 10, just like ours is, and their 10 plus 10 is 20, just like ours are. And I know they're telling the truth because they had 5 fingers on each hand and 5 feet. 5 toes on each foot. Correction as I am, I apologize. That was 5 fingers on each hand and 5 toes on each foot. So I know they were telling the truth. So then they told me to draw out a mathematical equation for eternal life, and then after I draw it, solve it, and then you will have eternal life. And eternal life is easy as that. So I know they're telling the truth because I know y'all know an alcohol beverage named Zima. It's a clear alcohol beverage, like a wine cooler, and it's mankind's version of turning water into wine. So guess what? This mathematical equation will be our version of eternal life. Whether it be a 4 million year lifespan or a 1,000 year lifespan or a 500 year lifespan, who knows? But we'll never know. Since it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to win the lottery because they keep changing the ball set and the machine on days that I play, because I can win the lottery no more than $35, $60 or more. While y'all all spending big bucks trying to buy a whole bunch of numbers, or while y'all all spending big bucks trying to buy out your whole entire number trap. All I need to do is just buy out a few categories, and I can win with just no more than 35 to 60 bucks average, and sometimes a little bit more than 60 bucks. Um, if you buy a whole bunch of golden parachutes, and then if you buy golden parachutes for your golden parachutes, it can come out to more than 60 bucks. So I guess if you are an intelligent person that has that type of brain, it's a violation when you try to play the lottery and they penalize you by changing the machine on you or the ball set. So hopefully there's a smart, intelligent man out there or woman out there who will watch this video and understand what I mean by and what the extraterrestrial Homosapien superiors mean by mathematic equation for eternal life. So this is an eternal life mathematic equation that we have to draw out, and it's an eternal life mathematic equation we have to solve. And it's important that we all do this if I don't want to see the graveyard as so soon, because it might be a 4 million year lifespan. We don't know yet. We have to draw out the equation and fulfill it. Now check this out. I also figured out, this is why I'm trying to win the lottery, because I want to get an artificial intelligence, and I want the artificial intelligence to either A, give me draw out the mathematic equation and then solve it, or draw it out and let us humans solve it. And I believe in this timeline that we exist in, we can do this. So I was hoping to win the lottery, get this computer, artificial intelligence. IBM already had the artificial intelligence. I think his name is Hal. So then all I have to do is get my own version, or have one that I can control in my my laboratory, and have it write out and solve the eternal life equation. And then guess what? If y'all solve it and say, hey man, it's impossible to do this in this timeline, maybe 1,000 years from now we can do it. Well, guess what? In 1,000 years, they're going to use the same identical dirt and rocks and resources that we have now. So that means if we can have it in 1,000 years, that means we can have it here, because all the resources we need are here. They're not going to go out in outer space and get the resources for eternal life. Everything they need is already down here in this timeline that we exist in. So guess what? This is the perfect timeline to give us the mathematic equation for eternal life. Hopefully, if I don't get to if I don't get to win the lottery, and if I don't get to get the artificial intelligence to write and solve this mathematic equation for eternal life, so that I can give all my viewers who've been watching my video, the man moves ball, with no more than with no more than the power of the wind, without using any tricks on request power or favoritism power, if you want to say. And I want somebody to hear this that can design this mathematic equation and solve it, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to save the world, and through our math, with our version of eternal life, just like Jesus Christ would have naturally had done if he was here today. And yes, I am God's adopted son. I heard God with my own mind through telepathy talked to me and told me that I was his adopted son. And that is all pray to God he don't look at me like a low-key son. Because just because I'm a shit don't mean I'm low-key. But I'm one of his adopted sons. And that's the mathematical equation of eternal life. Smith, out.